Hello, today we are looking at a 2017 Subaru WRX. This is the base model, not the STI model, and we will be identifying some components. So we'll get into that in just a second. Here is a list of all the components we will be looking for, starting with the first one, which is the OBD2 port. That is located inside the vehicle on the driver's side. Right here. You can feel it just behind that symbol. I can actually show you. It is down beneath the dash, up right there, the black connector. If I can get my finger in frame. Right there. That is the OBD2 or the data link connector, I believe the sheet said. Next on the sheet is the fuel pump, which is very hard to get to. We're not going to be disassembling the vehicle today. That is either located underneath the rear seats or in the trunk of the vehicle, and I would have to take out the spare tire to locate that. And then you would take off a circular ring to access the fuel pump itself. Okay, to access the fuel pump relay, you would have to take off the glove box on the passenger side. Since I'm not disassembling the vehicle, I will show you where. Once you take off the glove box, it is this one. And the actual fuel pump is underneath the rear seat, so we can't get to that. For the fuel pressure test fitting, you would have to set up a gauge, and I will show you the exact connections. One would be connecting here, and the other is back here. For the PCM,
it uses a PW.
Your PCM or ECM in this case is right here, right next to your intake and your intercooler piping with the fins. Okay, so for the manifold pressure sensor and the intake air temperature sensor, that is directly on top of the engine right here. That sensor serves as both. For the injectors, those are not accessible without taking stuff apart. Since this is an HVAC motor, they would be on the sides of the motor, down in there and over here. For your O2 sensors, that will be on your stock downpipe or where your catalytic converters are. I will be able to show you one. I believe on Subarus they're known as J pipes instead of downpipes, since it's an HVAC motor. Here is your upstream O2 sensor, and your downstream is behind this. Upstream is right here. Downstream is behind this catalytic converter. Down there, it's not really accessible right now since I don't have a lift. I'm not able to show you. What you're currently looking at is your EGR, exhaust gas recirculation. That is right underneath this intercooler pipe, running to the intake down in there. Your coolant temperature sensor is the one that you're looking at right behind the alternator. For throttle actuator control, it is electronic. That would be back in there, down by the throttle body. It's not really visible on camera, but okay. for the throttle position sensor that is underneath the intake manifold where your throttle body will be. You can't disassemble it. It's all kind of one piece, but it is in there. For the knock sensor that is on the side of the engine block closest to the battery. I don't know if I'll be able to show you on camera, if I can get it to focus maybe. But that is down here on the side of the block, right there. Okay, we are back inside the vehicle for the accelerator position sensor. That will be on your gas pedal or accelerator pedal. Up underneath the dash, it is, where's my finger? Right there. If I can get it to focus. That sensor up there. Okay, as I was going through the sheet, I realized I forgot these three things. So I will show you where they are. I've confirmed where the cam position sensors are. They are on the side of the block. It's 7 and 8. So on the car, it'd be on the intake side over here. The MAF sensor is connected to the intake box right here. The crankshaft position sensor is behind the intake manifold down there. It's not really easy to see.